back now. In a sad development as far as cricket followers are concerned, a legendary cricketer and a former Indian captain Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudi, who was admitted to a prominent city hospital in Delhi last month following lung infection, has passed away. Now, he was 70 years old. He had been moved to the intensive care unit of the Sir Gangaram Hospital in New Delhi. He is survived by Sharmila Tagore and their 3 children. Now, he was the youngest player to captain the Indian Test squad at the age of just 21. He led India in 40 tests and registered India's first overseas test victory. Well, this development has come as a big shock for the cricketing fraternity. In fact, Mr. N. Srinivasan, the new president of the BCCI, said, and I quote, "I am shocked to hear the news of Tiger Pataudi's demise. He was an extremely exemplary individual who guided Indian cricket to unprecedented heights as batsman, fielder and captain. He revolutionized fielding standards in the Indian team and across the country. In an age wherein a draw was considered as good as a win, Tiger Pataudi encouraged his players to go flat out for a victory. He was an aggressive batsman who excelled in crisis situations and showed the nation how to combat adversity. I join my colleagues in the BCCI to express my condolences at his passing away. His services to Indian cricket will never be forgotten." Unquote. And well, in fact, the whole cricketing community is coming together in this moment of grief. We were joined by Chief Selector Krish Srikanth and the Indian pacer Lakshmipati Balaji, who shared with us their memories of the legendary Tiger.
Yeah, I think it's a very sad loss because in my opinion, Pataudi brought in style and aggression to Indian cricket. I mean, what I've seen his matches in the good old days and going to Chepauk and watching his matches, test matches, Ranji Trophy matches, INDU-THE Trophy matches. And I've been a great fan of his approach to the game. And his fielding was simply amazing. That's why he was known as Tiger. And he was a guy who showed India can also play an aggressive cricket and attacking cricket. And that's something fantastic about him. And what little I moved with him on during my little bit of commenting days and other kind of occasions. He's quite a simple guy. I mean, unlike people think, he's approachable, very friendly, and he has a very good sense of humor. And that's what I liked about him. In fact, I remember initially I used to say, should I call Sir? He said, "Don't call me Sir, call me Tiger." And that is what he used to, tell me. And he's a great loss because he was the one who really, in the earlier days, brought in that kind of, the Indians can also hit bowling all over the world. I mean, all over the park. That kind of concept was brought in by Nawab Pataudi. I mean, as I said, Pataudi is stay a legend, always a legend. Because imagine captaining a country at the age of 21 and taking the mantle of captaincy. And he led from the front, and he had his own, he commanded respect from people, which is something amazing.
To be honest, if you ask any past cricketers, he's one of the greatest cricketer and greatest leader who actually navigated the Indian cricket system as well as the Indian cricket belief in all the international abroad tournament. And he's the one who formed a great character, and he's the first one, actually, to be honest, the greatest leader ever in Indian cricket. So it is very, very saddening, and it is very, very hard to hear that a legend is no more now. And we are all very sincerely send a condolence to Mr. Pataudi and his family. And it is very deep, heartening thing to realize that he is no more with us anymore. I think during our Pakistan tour, he himself was there, and he was really he was a star world of Indian cricket during the 60s, and he made sure that he was there whenever the team needed his support, and he's a pillar of strength for the Indian cricket fraternity for the last 4 decades, and that itself tells us how important he is and how important his presence is, and he definitely he showed a lot of encouragement to the lot of leaders of Indian cricketers to follow. So that is what I know, because he is the greatest cricketer.
Well, moving ahead now, what's the Madras Motorsports Club without the sound of engines running or smell of burning rubber on tarmac? Not much really. Today, however, the atmosphere was unique. It smelled of a very different formula with the Indian Grand Prix a month away. The buzz was, let's check and double check those nuts and bolts. Natasha Dorai Swami finds out more.
It's not just the people who are revved up here in India, it's the cars too. The Formula MRF support event to the Indian Grand Prix next month has promised drivers as young as 17 and upwards a platform that might help them catch the right eyeballs. Some like India's rally king Gaurav Gill and national champ Ashwin Sundar have tweaked racing schedules just to accommodate this support race.
It's gonna be a big jump because like Formula 1 is gonna happen and most of the top people are gonna be there. So I can't say anything more. And I can't get any much bigger exposure.
It's been a few years that I've been racing and rallying in and out of the country and in international events. So it's definitely not easy for me to switch off out of a Formula car and go straight into a rally car or do the vice versa. And it gets a little difficult, but it does take a little while. And it's just one attitude, which is like go for it all the time. I think that helps me to be on the top.
But for others, like the UK's first ever woman national champion, it's all about having a one-up over the boys, playing the lady card.
I've never driven at the same weekend or the same time as the Formula 1 cars have. So it's going to be amazing crowds and it's going to be a great atmosphere, so I really can't wait.
Repairing clutch pads, brake oil checks, setting gear ratios and changing them. The paddock is their home till that race exposure on the same weekend of the Indian Grand Prix. This prep session here is all these drivers are going to get before their 2 30-minute practice sessions in the capital. But apart from the fact that Delhi lacks the humidity that Chennai has, all these drivers are looking for is that big exposure that the Indian GP support race has to offer. In Chennai, Natasha Doraiswamy for NDTV Hindu.
Well, more action from the world of sports. Deepika has qualified for the gold $45,000 event in New York City. She beat Amanda Sobey, world number 20, in a tense four-setter. Now with the victories stacking up, Deepika is expected to make her way with ease into the top 20 when the October rankings are released, a step in the direction of realizing the ultimate goal. Now moving ahead, this week at the cinemas, Kollywood fans will get to see Satyaraj and Shantanu coming together, plus Zookeeper, the Hollywood flick, and making it to the theatres are Mahesh Babu and Shahid Kapoor films. Lalit Jude brings us this report.
Griffin, we need to talk.
Ayiram Vilaka is a movie about gangsters set in a village backdrop and revolves around Satyaraj and Shantanu. Directed by S.P. Ho Chi Minh, Sana Khan plays the love interest of Shantanu. Shrikant Deva has composed the background score. Kevin James is the zookeeper in the Hollywood romantic flick, but is his job getting in the way of his love life? And what do the animals do about it? With plenty of computer animation, this Frank Karachi directed film also features the voices of Adam Sandler, Sly Stallone, Cher and others.
TGI Fridays, as incredible as it looks.
It's pretty good.
Mind fix aithe blind ga ellipotam.
Prince of Tollywood Mahesh Babu's Dukada is also releasing this Friday, with Samantha playing his love interest. Directed by Srinu Vaitla, we hear the movie is a complete action thriller with high voltage stunts. Music is by Taman. Finally, good news for Shahid Kapoor fans. Mausam is releasing this Friday. The Pankaj Kapoor directed film also features Sonam Kapoor. And the story is about a timeless love in the face of political hostilities and religious conflict between a proud Punjabi Air Force officer and an innocent Kashmiri refugee. The background score is composed by Preetham. In Chennai with Lalit Jude, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu.
Well, that's all we have time for. Have a good night.